Ever look closely at the bottom of a clear electric tea kettle after a few months of use? You'll usually see a hard white crust clinging to the metal heating element. That happens because normal municipal tap water carries tiny, invisible amounts of dissolved minerals. When that water gets hot enough to boil, those minerals physically separate from the liquid and fall out of solution. Left alone, those separated minerals bake together into a literal layer of solid rock. This rock acts like a thick blanket, wrapping around the metal element and physically blocking the heat from reaching the water. Every time you boil water in that kettle, you're witnessing a universal chemical reaction, high heat forcing minerals into a solid, destructive byproduct. Now, take that exact same process and scale it up to the largest water heating appliance in your house, the one sitting in your basement or utility closet. Plumbers call this specific process sediment buildup. Sediment buildup is the continuous accumulation of loose, rocky minerals at the bottom of a hot water tank as water is heated day after day. Your home's water heater runs by the exact same rules of physics as that tiny tea kettle. Every time it warms up a fresh batch of water for a shower or the washing machine, a new dusting of microscopic rock falls to the floor of the tank. The major difference is the design. You can't see through a thick steel tank. All of those minerals are piling up completely in the dark, entirely hidden from view. Because the outside of the tank looks fine, it's easy to assume the inside is clean. But day by day, year after year, that rocky layer is quietly getting thicker. Inside a brand new tank, the system relies on the bare metal element at the bottom. Over time, loose sediment starts to pile up, completely swallowing the heating element. Now the heat has a major obstacle, struggling to push through inches of dense, insulating rock. Because so much heat is being blocked by the sediment, your water heater has to burn significantly more electricity or gas. It stays on much longer just to reach your normal shower temperature. The machine works twice as hard to give you the exact same amount of hot water. That hidden pile of rocks actively wastes energy, driving up your utility bill every single month. Beyond the creeping costs of your utility bills, the sediment layer starts a silent, physical attack on the integrity of the tank itself. All that heat struggling to push upward through the sediment doesn't just disappear. It gets trapped, blasting intensely downward against the steel tank, pushing the metal past its safe operating limits. Steel is strong, but it isn't designed to be constantly superheated. Month after month of this localized baking causes the metal at the base to soften, warp, and weaken. Eventually, the compromised steel becomes too brittle to handle the immense pressure of the water above. The bottom of the tank finally cracks open. Waking up to a flooded basement or a ruined garage, homeowners usually blame bad luck. But a ruptured tank is the highly predictable result of an element buried in heavy sediment. The good news is that you don't need to live in fear of your water heater, and you don't need to replace the whole unit just because it has some miles on it. You can intercept this process with a professional water heater flush. A professional flush is essentially a high-pressure internal power wash performed inside your existing tank. A technician hooks up specialized equipment to the base of the unit to forcibly blast out all of that heavy rocky debris, draining it completely out of your house and exposing the bare heating element once again. The results are immediate. Without that layer of rock in the way, your system heats water faster, uses far less energy, and completely eliminates the trapped thermal heat that causes the steel to rupture. Evacuating that debris resets the clock on your appliance, shielding the metal from the thermal stress that would otherwise cause it to fail. When it comes time to clear out your system, Rocky Top HVAC, plumbing, and electrical are the trusted local experts equipped to handle the job safely and correctly. Take a look at this flyer. Rocky Top provides a basic water heater flush to neutralize this exact threat for only $159. That is a fraction of the cost of buying and installing a brand new appliance. Notice the orange banner right below the middle section. This is a limited time offer that expires on April 15th, 2026, so you need to schedule your maintenance before the window closes. As the text reminds us right here, prevent costly breakdowns. Taking care of a small, known maintenance cost today is the best way to guarantee you won't be dealing with a massive emergency water damage bill tomorrow. Don't wait for your hot water to go out, and don't risk a flooded floor. Call Rocky Top today at 865-474-1511 and get your water heater flushed.